Greetings and welcome. This is Cell Guru. My name is Rajiv Makhni and we have a hypercharged show today because we start with the Xiaomi 11i Hypercharge 5G. The first smartphone from the brand this year and already they are on the move. 120 watt fast charging is the big highlight. You know what that really means? Well, we'll tell you on the show. Then the Moto G71 5G, the third device in the very successful Moto G series lineup. First smartphone to have a Snapdragon 695 processor, and we'll tell you why the 695 is even better than all the 7 series. Then we'll move on to the Sony WF-1000 XM4, successor to the most popular XM3 series earbuds. You know, this is one of the best we've ever tried. From noise cancellation to sound quality to the app to everything else, we are so impressed with this one. And then we'll put all of them. And then we have a shootout, an epic shootout, the Xiaomi 11 Hypercharge 5G versus the Vivo V23 versus the OnePlus Nord 2. The battle of the best smartphones under 30,000 rupees. We put the newly launched Xiaomi 11i Hypercharge against the other two biggies. We'll find out which one is the best. Let's get started with today's Cell Guru Show. Let's start off with all the news coming in from the world of mobiles.
OnePlus recently launched the OnePlus 10 Pro in China. The new flagship is a big improvement over its predecessor, bringing Qualcomm's latest chipset, faster charging, and a second-generation LTPO screen with an even more flexible adaptive refresh rate. And when it comes to the cameras, the OnePlus 10 Pro sports a Hasselblad-powered triple camera setup. The smartphone gets stereo speakers and is backed by a 5000 mAh battery with 80 watt fast charging and 50 watt wireless charging support. Now it looks like the company will launch the OnePlus 10 Pro in the Indian market soon, as the device has been spotted on the OnePlus India official website. On the webpage, one can easily spot the OnePlus 10 Pro along with a message that reads "Open sale starts this spring. Stay tuned." After launching the Xiaomi 11i Hypercharge 5G in India recently, the brand is gearing towards launching the Xiaomi 11T Pro, which is being branded as the Hyperphone for India and is set to launch on January 19th. The device will come with a display featuring a 10-bit AMOLED display with 120Hz refresh rate and is said to be powered by Qualcomm Snapdragon 888 SoC. The upcoming smartphone will also get 120 watts Xiaomi Hypercharge fast charging technology, and as for the pricing, the smartphone is expected to be priced between 40 to 50,000 in India.
Our top story today is our Hypercharge Xiaomi 11i Hypercharge 5G. Now, you know, it's got the 120 watt charger. We'll talk a lot more about it, but let me tell you a little bit more about the phone. So polycarbonate build, nice glass back, flat side, rounded corners makes it easy to hold. It's quite a slim phone, but very heavy at 204 grams. 3.5mm headphone jack, IR blaster, 6.67 inch AMOLED display, 1200 nits of peak brightness on the screen, 120Hz refresh rate, fantastic processor, MediaTek Dimensity 920 with 6 or 8 GB of RAM, 128 GB of storage. But let's come down to it. 4500 mAh battery, 120 watt fast charging in the box, and it starts off at 26,999. This is a phone on charging steroids.
The battle for mid-range dominance has never been hotter. Imaging, performance, design, battery life, and don't forget value. Customers want it all. Clearly, a good phone isn't enough anymore, and it takes innovation to stand out. Xiaomi's answer to that: set the benchmark for charging speeds. But is blazing fast charging enough? We find out in the Cell Guru review of the Mi 11i Hypercharge. If the last few years were all about glimmering gradients, Xiaomi is taking an about turn in 2022. The Mi 11i Hypercharge comes in an array of colors that exude sophistication. The rear glass panel has a matte finish that feels premium to the touch, while the flat mid-frame makes the phone easy to grip. The camera module, however, extends just a bit too much from the body of the phone. Up front is a large 6.67-inch Full HD AMOLED 120Hz panel that produces deep blacks and brilliant colors. Moreover, peak brightness levels of 1200 nits ensure that the phone remains impressively bright even under direct sunlight. The ultra-slim bezels, headphone jack, and dual stereo speakers make the Mi 11i a perfect fit for multimedia consumption. Talking about cameras, you will find 3 sensors at the back. The primary 108-megapixel shooter is versatile and can capture quality images in most lighting conditions. You'll notice accurate colors and low noise levels. That said, HDR performance was a bit iffy and scenes with wide dynamic range differences can suffer. Moving on to the ultra-wide camera, the 8-megapixel sensor is reasonably good in bright light but suffers from noise in low light. You will also notice some distortion around the edges of images. Finally, it is rather unfortunate that the macro camera is limited to a 2-megapixel resolution despite being a capable performer in good light. Over at the front is a 16-megapixel selfie camera that delivers the goods with sharp, well-detailed images. Powering all those experiences is a Dimensity 920 chipset. The recently launched processor isn't the absolute fastest, but it does a good job of keeping MIUI 12.5 running smoothly. However, avid gaming fans might notice some frame drops with more intensive games like Genshin Impact with the settings cranked up. Additionally, it is unfortunate to see that the phone isn't shipping with Android 12 out of the box. Finally, getting to the USP of the phone, 120-watt charging. We put Xiaomi's claims to the test and the battery charging speed was delivered as promised. A 0 to 100 charge took us almost exactly 15 minutes, which makes battery range anxiety a thing of the past. It helps that the software has been perfectly tuned to eke out over a day of extensive use. 2022 has just begun, but the Mi 11i Hypercharged, price starting 26,999 rupees, already sits at the top of the leaderboard in the coveted sub 30,000 rupees range. The design is solid, the cameras are plenty good, performance keeps up with the rest, and the fast charging is unmatched. Definitely a phone to consider.
Let's move on now to our next top story, the Moto G71 5G. Great phone again by Moto. They are on such a roll. Plastic build-in frame, but really good looking. 6.4-inch AMOLED screen, very good screen. 700 nits of brightness, so no problem viewing it outside. Single speaker, but with a 3.5mm headphone jack. 6GB and 128GB storage, so it's a single variant. IP52 rated, 13 5G bands, so they've got you covered. Great camera setup, triple camera setup, Snapdragon 695 processor. We'll tell you a lot more about this processor. It is way better than any Snapdragon 7 processor. 5000 mAh battery, 33-watt fast charger. Epic price, 18,999.
Looking for a new budget mid-ranger? Motorola has you covered. We go hands-on with the Moto G71 5G, the company's latest sub 20,000 rupee option that brings 5G connectivity, triple cameras and a brand new chipset to the market. The phone is a typical example of Motorola's design language, and you will find a glossy back panel. The high gloss finish attracts fingerprints and might not be the most premium looking option in the category, but the color options certainly are striking. The G71 5G is available in two shades, Arctic Blue and Neptune Green. At the front, the phone sports a 6.4-inch Full HD AMOLED screen but skips out on a high refresh rate panel, which is a bit unfortunate for the price. Additionally, if you are all about watching multimedia on your phone, the thick bezels could prove to be distracting. That said, Motorola hasn't skipped out on the hardware selection, and you get a 3.5mm headphone jack and a rear-mounted fingerprint reader. The G71 even comes with an IP52 certification for water resistance. On the performance side, the Moto G71 5G is debuting with the Snapdragon 695 chipset. Performance is plenty good in normal day-to-day use and is further aided by the clean build of Android 11. Smartphone photography fans will appreciate the 50-megapixel rear camera that is paired with an 8-megapixel ultra-wide sensor for ultra-wide shots and a 2-megapixel macro sensor as well. You will find a 16-megapixel front-facing camera for capturing selfies. Finally, talking about battery life, there's a 5000 mAh cell here and the phone supports 33-watt fast charging. The Moto G71 is going on sale in a single variant with 128GB of storage and 6GB of RAM. The phone is priced at 18,999 rupees. While our initial impressions peg the Moto G71 5G as a reliable, no-nonsense, everyday smartphone, watch out for the full Cell Guru review soon.
Our next top story is the Sony 1000 XM4. So, XM3 was great, but this is a whole different ballgame. Redesigned earbuds and charging case, compact looking, much more smaller than its predecessor. Very comfortable to wear. Memory foam ear tips provide good isolation. Google Fast Pair support is there. Sony headphone app is absolutely fantastic. Very nice adaptive sound control. Very good drivers. New V1 processor. But it's the sound quality. I mean, it was amazing. The bass is punchy, clean without sacrificing any mids and highs. Supports 360 reality audio. Excellent noise cancellation with the speak to chat feature. We really found these to be absolutely fantastic. 19,990 is the price point.
It has taken almost 2 years, but the long-awaited successor to the WF-1000 XM3 is finally here. And unsurprisingly, Sony is calling it the WF-1000 XM4. These are Sony's new flagship true wireless earbuds, and the changes are numerous. Sony boldly claims it delivers industry-leading noise cancellation, but the world of flagship class true wireless earbuds is drastically different from 2 years ago. So in our Cell Guru review, we take a closer look to see if Sony has been doing its homework and answer if the XM4s are the best wireless earbuds to buy right now. If you're upgrading from the WF-1000 XM3 earbuds, the redesign will feel substantial. From a purely aesthetic standpoint, the buds look modern and slick. Sony has ditched the Bluetooth headset aesthetic from the previous model and shrunk both the earbuds and the charging case. The XM3's chunky case was one of their few drawbacks, so the downsizing is particularly welcome. The WF-1000 XM4 earbuds are more bud-like, rounder and less bulky. The result of this new design is that they fit better, are snugger and are more secure than their predecessors. Despite their relative heft, they stay locked in place. The chunky earbud bodies wedge comfortably into the outer part of the ear, while the new memory foam tips settle securely into the opening of the ear canal. The ear tips provided are made from polyurethane foam rather than the industry standard silicone, and the malleable material took a bit of getting used to. The foam does isolate sound well, however, and didn't cause any undue pressure on ear canals. Setting up the XM4s is a breeze, particularly if you're using an Android phone. They support Google Fast Pair, so all you need to do is take the buds out of their case and you'll receive a pop-up prompting you to connect them to your device. Unlike the over-ear WH-1000 XM4, the earbuds don't support multi-point pairing. It's not a huge deal, but it is a disappointing omission. Once you're connected to your phone, you'll want to download Sony's Headphones Connect app, which serves as the control hub for the buds and grants access to various customization options. There is also an option to configure the Sony WF-1000 XM4's touch controls, although they are fairly limited in what can be changed. Instead of being able to assign specific actions to certain touch commands, you have to choose between sets of controls governing ambient sound, playback and volume control. By default, the left earbud covers ambient sound control functions. A single tap on the left butt switches between the bud's noise cancellation and ambient sound modes, while holding your finger on the bud activates quick attention. This drops the volume of your music right down and lets in ambient sound, providing you with a swift way of engaging with the outside world. Inside the WF-1000 XM4 earbuds is the all-new V1 integrated processor. It's supposed to deliver better noise cancellation performance while consuming less power. And we have no qualms in accepting that the noise cancellation performance is outstanding. It is hands down the most silent true wireless earbuds that we have ever experienced. Be it a fan or taking a walk outside along the street, passing traffic just becomes a mere whisper. Sony brags about its new 6mm driver and it lives up to the hype. The overall signature is slightly dark with tastefully elevated and powerful bass, balanced mids, and somewhat recessed but easy to listen to highs. Ultimately, these are easy earbuds to kick back to and enjoy. Battery life is impressive as well. Sony claims up to 8 hours on a single charge with ANC, and that goes up to 12 hours if you turn off ANC. The charging case provides an additional 2 charges, so you can get up to a whole day's worth of music listening. At 19,990 rupees, the WF-1000XM4s are pricey, but the same can be said for any flagship class product these days. At least these earbuds back their price tags with some truly immersive performance. And with great battery life, excellent sound quality and powerful noise cancelling, the Sony WF-1000XM4 earbuds check all the boxes.
Let's take a quick break right now on the Cell Guru Show. When we come back, lots more happening. Now we're going to do a really big shootout. This is the Xiaomi 11i Hypercharge 5G. We just reviewed it as a top story. The Vivo V23, a fantastic phone, and the OnePlus Nord 2. All three phones are priced under 30,000 rupees. All have a premium build. Vivo stands out a little bit because of its ability to change color. OnePlus and Vivo are more comfortable to hold. Xiaomi is a lot heavier. But we'll take a look at everything from the build quality, the materials, the screen, the color, the stereo audio setups, everything including the processor and the final performance. Which one will win? Well, let's find out.
The prices of flagship class smartphones have skyrocketed over the past few years, and it isn't shocking at all to see people spending more on the latest iPhones and Samsungs. Amid soaring flagship prices, Indian consumers are now turning their attention towards mid-range smartphones which can get nearly the same performance, features and style for a whole lot less money. And well, we're not even done with the first month of the year, yet we've already seen two new exciting launches from Xiaomi and Vivo in the sub 30k category. So we put the Xiaomi 11i Hypercharge 5G and the Vivo V23 with the best seller in the segment, the OnePlus Nord 2, and answered which one deserves to be on top. In a world of countless boring and similar looking smartphones, the Vivo V23 really stands out, especially the gold color, which has a sparkling textured look that really seems to glisten. And when it catches the light just right, the gold turns blue. In terms of build quality and the in-hand feel, all three devices fare similarly as they have glass backs and rounded corners, resulting in a comfortable experience. Adding more to the comfort quotient is the lightweight nature of both the OnePlus Nord 2 and Vivo V23, which makes them quite handy in comparison to the Xiaomi 11i Hypercharge 5G, which weighs around 204 grams. But where the Xiaomi 11i Hypercharge 5G redeems itself is by providing a 3.5mm headphone and an IR blaster, which the former misses out on. Coming to the display, all three phones will make your media consumption experience a delight, courtesy the AMOLED screen capable of producing good colors and contrast with great viewing angles. Complementing the great picture quality, both the OnePlus Nord 2 and Xiaomi 11i Hypercharge 5G have incredibly thin bezels, making the experience a lot more immersive than the Vivo V23 because of the dual punch hole selfie cameras, which can get in the way when you're watching content from streaming services just a little bit. Where Vivo also misses out on are a pair of stereo speakers that the competitors have. Performance-wise, both the Vivo V23 and Xiaomi 11i Hypercharge 5G come with the newly launched MediaTek Dimensity 920 processor, whereas the OnePlus Nord 2 comes with the flagship MediaTek Dimensity 1200 AI chipset. Real-life performance is smooth across all three devices, whether it's opening multiple apps, multitasking or gaming. While the OnePlus Nord 2 and Vivo V23 support a fast refresh rate of 90Hz, making the transitions and UI experience fluid, the Xiaomi 11i Hypercharge 5G takes it up a notch by providing a 120Hz panel. All three devices will suffice your daily needs with ease and then some. Coming to optics, the Xiaomi 11i Hypercharge 5G boasts of the highest megapixel number, that is 108MP, as its main sensor. In reality, all three devices capture detailed shots with accurate colors and fine dynamic range. The shots taken from the ultra-wide are pretty much the same in terms of details because of the same megapixel count. The 2MP macro shots are average at best. In the selfie department, the Vivo V23 takes top spot, courtesy two front-facing snappers that produce incredibly sharp images with good skin tones. When it comes to the battery, all three devices come with almost a similar battery pack. But where they differ is the charging tech. Xiaomi's 11i Hypercharge gets a 120-watt fast charger in the box that can juice up the phone in 15 minutes, which is crazy fast. Although both the OnePlus Nord 2 and Vivo V23 also support fast charging, but after 120 watts, everything can seem a little slow. Priced at 27,999 rupees, the OnePlus Nord 2 offers the best value for money for the simple reason that it offers everything from good performance to a great user experience, making it a jack of all trades, which is often better than being a master of none.
That then is the Cell Guru show for this week, but we've got an incredible lineup of devices and more devices next week. Do join me then.